our city is nicknamed Titletown for a reason. It's a special place to play. And I've never lost that perspective. I think my perspective is slightly adjusted on some other things this year, but I've never forgotten where I play and where I live, and I'm very proud of that.
Welcome back to Green and Gold Drive for 5. Aaron Rodgers, reflective. I think he used the phrase attitude with gratitude.
It's been his mantra all year.
Football zen is where he is at. He's taking it all in. You can tell he's not at the twilight of his career, but these opportunities don't come around very often. And as we've seen in the past, you want to get back to the Super Bowl and win another one. I
mean, I could not agree more. And he asked for wintry weather in Green Bay. I think he got his wish.
It's wintry weather, absolutely.
Just a little bit. I have a blanket. I'm cold, people.
And by the way, she used to work in Alaska,
it's
so
fine.
Exactly.
It's fine.
All right, for more on that, we go back to our studio where Matt Reynoldson is standing by. Good evening, Matt.
It's a little warmer in here, but you guys mentioned it. This is exactly why the Packers wanted a home NFC championship so badly. Green Bay's weather advantages are unrivaled by any other home venue in the NFL. That's why they call it the frozen tundra. So let's dig into the numbers a little bit. Meteorologist Ryan Morse joins us. Why are the Packers so hard to beat at home in the wintertime, Ryan?
Well, Matt, most quarterbacks regress when it comes to the cold. However, it is Brady and Rodgers, well known for legendary performances in tough conditions, so they're as ready as can be for tomorrow. Typically, fans would be rooting for harsh weather conditions here in Green Bay, but do those conditions give the Packers a huge advantage? How well do the Packers perform in the cold, and what type of weather impacts football the most?
I don't like the cold. I still don't like it, but when it's football time and I know we got a team coming in from a place where they're not as familiar with it, I cherish those games more because you know that there's no way to prepare for it.
According to Fantasy Football Weather Guys, in cold weather games, quarterbacks usually see a 10 to 15% decrease in fantasy production. In games that see precipitation, quarterback production also drops 10 to 15%. When it comes to Rodgers
does not seem to be impacted by weather. He is a special QB. He performs almost better when we have these weather events. So when we have snow, we have cold. He's usually playing at his career mean or how he normally does, or even a little bit better. Tom Brady, another quarterback that performed just about as well in inclement conditions. We maybe see a slight bump down for him when we have things getting a little cold or maybe there's some precipitation.
The Packers have been 12-5 in home playoff games since the 1970 merger, with temperatures under 32 degrees. Sunday's forecast will likely be the coldest temperatures Tampa Bay has faced all year. Tampa Bay is 0-8 at Lambeau when temperatures are below freezing.
When it comes to playing in this cold weather, there's nothing you can do. Don't wear sleeves. Just go out there and thug it out and use that mental toughness to still get you through that game.
Well, today's high in Tampa, Matt, 76 degrees. In Green Bay, a little bit of a different story, high temperature of 23 degrees.
Yeah, I think we might have a tropical vacation in line after this. All right, Ryan, we thank you much. And we'll check in with you for the full forecast later. NFC Championship game weather forecast coming up in a little bit. And that's the right attitude. The Bucs are really looking forward to coming to Lambeau for the historic value of it. But Burke, MK, I hope for their sake, nobody's warming up with a shirt off or walking around barefoot tomorrow. That doesn't tend to go well for the opponents in the past.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, thanks, fellas. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But as we saw last week, there were guys shirtless in Lambeau and 29 degrees.
I don't know why. What does that do for you? Does that make you look cool? Like, that just sounds like a bunch of frostbite to me.
Well, and a lot of them really probably should have kept their shirts on. They didn't have the beach bod by any stretch of the imagination. No. All right, when we come back, we'll dig deep into enemy camp. Dan Lucas from our sister station down in Tampa Bay will join us, and we'll break it all down. Packers, Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game.